What's up, everybody? I guess no one's here yet. Hi. Hi, Mr. Chair Art. Hi, Noe.
Hi, Giselle.
How are
you?
Long time
I'm
no
good.
see.
That's true. It's been
It's been
months.
5 minutes.
Or 5. I know. So Hi, Cheska. Welcome.
And everyone else to our 7 viewers.
Yes, 7.
Well,
That's more than 1. Yeah. So
celebrate the world.
thank you for watching.
Yeah, great. We have 9. Hi, all 9 viewers. I'm Giselle from B-Side Productions.
And I'm Noe Fuentes from Française de Manille. So actually, we were invited by Art Plus Mag to take over their Instagram page tonight.
So thankful to Art Plus Mag for this opportunity.
And yeah, basically the reason why we are here taking over their Instagram is to tell everyone what's upcoming. This coming Sunday that we are organizing, which is Fete De La Musique. So first and foremost, of course, we will have to tell who we are, what we are doing, and why we're doing Fete De La Musique in the first place. So I'm Noe Fuentes. I work as the cultural manager of Française de Manille. So basically, I know it's a medyo wordy siya na it's French, Française de Manille, but technically it means the French Alliance in Manila. So what we do here, we are a non-profit cultural organization wherein we promote French language and French culture in the Philippines. So apparently, it's also an important year for us, 2020, since we're celebrating 100 years. So hey, we're 100 years.
Happy first century, AFM.
Thank you, Giselle. Yes. And yeah, definitely. So for me, I'm in charge of overseeing different cultural activities of Française. So usually we hold exhibitions, different performances. We bring French artists here in the Philippines, and definitely we also organize big stages, outside of not just in our premises but also outdoors. So that's for me. And maybe they want to know more about you, Giselle. What you're doing, and what is this all about? Why are we doing this?
Yes, I'm Giselle Tomimbang from B-Side Productions. We're an events and entertainment company. And we represent artists. We provide a range of event services for different corporate, cultural, individual clients. And of course, we do our passion projects. One of which was actually what birthed B-Side Productions, is Fete De La Musique. So, I together with Anna Ong, who is the owner of B-Side the Bar. She had approached me to do Fete De La Musique with her back in 2011. And at the time, I was really just doing prods at B-Side, my favorite venue. And from there, we did our first Fete De La Musique together, which came full circle. Because I had worked on Fete De La Musique back in 2005 as project manager under Len Francisco, the producer from 2000 to 2005, which was really when the multi-stage format started. And so it was, for those reasons, it has a lot of sentimental value to us. It's really been, our relationship with Alliance has been something that we really treasure. And every year we're always so excited to bring everybody together from different music genres, from different art communities, cultural communities. And it's just something that's we've always been excited to do.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, definitely our part, like what Giselle mentioned, our partner is really stronger than ever. That's been so for so many years, and definitely for Alliance, the fact that we are here, the institution is here to promote French culture and language, and we want it to, of course, be appreciated by not just by the Filipino fans, of course, but for events months, and definitely we know that it has affected in the previous month. But for us here at the Alliance Française de Manille, we have we tried our best, to cope up with the situation, to adapt. We try to adapt ways on how we can bring our services, our offerings to the general public. So I'm thinking, like, for example, for platform wherein we can teach French classes online. So this is something that we are really doing right now, really pursuing to improve. So definitely we started it since March of this year. And actually, these classes are actually available in a platform. We call it My Alliance. And definitely, this is something that we really offer to our students right now, since we are not yet allowed to gather. So, well, yeah, for me, I can say that that really works right now. We got a lot of registration actually, and if you wish actually to be part of it, definitely we can offer it for you. But right now, aside from online classes, I know, and learn French, definitely we have to learn to sing French. So with Fete De La Musique, it also is a tool of people learning to sing in French, since we also bring French artists here in the Philippines. So Giselle, what
Shall
can you
we
also share? Yeah.
A little bit of the background of Fete for those who may not know.
Of course.
Shall I?
Please go ahead.
So Fete De La Musique was started in the early 80s in Paris by the Ministry of Arts, Music of Culture, wherein he made the observation that there were so many musicians but no concerts. And so they decided to make June 21 World Music Day. It's when everybody could go off in the streets and play music completely for free, making it really accessible to everybody, whether it's in a park or in front of their house, or just really anywhere. And that was adopted here in the Philippines in '94, so 26 years ago. Very, very small. I believe there were about 40 participants, including musicians. But in 2000, the year 2000, when Len, Francisco, and her team devised the multi-stage strategy, basically because we don't really have much of a busking culture. It's very difficult to just go out on the street and play music. So there was a need to organize it a little bit more, and that's when there was slowly over the years, it grew from maybe 5 stages. To last year we had about over 60 stages all over the country. What's your earliest Fete memory?
Well, for me, of course, the earliest siguro that I could remember was when I was just watching Fete De La Musique before organizing it. Yeah. So maybe not the earliest, but I think it's the earliest and one of the most memorable, because it was for me. I was still in college, you're a student, you want to explore a lot of things. I was actually a student of international studies, so definitely learning different cultures. Yes, an international studies student. So basically, there's this passion for me to learn different cultures. So when I found that there's a foreign sounding festival, that's happening in Manila. So that really catch my attention. Oh my God, ano ba to? What we're playing here? And that's the thing. I think I remember that's the first time I got to watch a foreign act. If I remember it correctly, a foreign French act, definitely. It was really magical for me because I saw a lot of people were just enjoying it, and the fact that I was a college student, it's free. So that was really something for me. Now, of course, it was an issue. The budget is an issue, but definitely, as we know, Fete is always free in Manila and in different countries
all over the
as
world.
well. That's true. That's true.
Maybe we can ask our 14 viewers what their favorite earliest Fete memories are.
Yes, please let us know, of your earliest memories or your fondest memories, definitely.
Fondest memories, for me, it was 2004. It was in Eastwood when there was that freak Ipo that made the roof that made the roof crash. But
oh my God,
it was all good because it became part of the thankfully nobody got hurt, but it definitely became a very memorable experience. I think we can also share, Noe, that the reason why it's June 21 is because that's the summer solstice. So
that's true.
In France, where it started,
it's the longest day of the year. So people,
exactly.
the idea is for musicians to go outside and play, and the fact we have longer sunny day, and it's the longest sunny day of the year, so that's a perfect time for people to just be outside, listen to music, different types of music actually. And so I think that's the reason why June 20 was really important date for celebration.
At the same time, we're in the tropics, so it's always monsoon season.
I know. Actually, those are the challenges that we faced over the years. But definitely,
exactly.
As you mentioned, 1994 we started, but definitely Fete De La Musique has evolved into something. Even before, when we had this 1994 thing, but definitely Fete has been celebrated earlier than that with different projection of it. Could be a smaller version of it, there could be a bigger version, but definitely the idea is for June 21 for musicians and for people to gather and just play and be merry. So I think that's the whole idea of creating Fete De La Musique.
And I think for the Philippines in particular, what made it really cool is that it really blurred the lines between audience and musicians, because the musicians themselves would hop from one stage to another to support their friends.
I agree.
People, so many bands who don't necessarily actively perform throughout the year, they would come together for Fete just because it's brought so much good vibes, and it's evolved so much over the years, and this year notwithstanding, this year.
So I think that's the reason why we have come to this point because we are doing a new edition of Fete De La Musique, our first ever digital edition. So Why are we doing this first ever digital edition of Fete De La Musique? And how did we come to this point wherein we're going to show a live stream show on Sunday?
Well, essentially, we stand in solidarity with the nation and the rest of the world in doing our parts to flatten the curve, as cliche as that is, that we really need to be responsible about that. Even if we do, who doesn't want to go out and experience things in real life? But at the same time, we got to be responsible. And the cool thing about that, Noe, I think, is also it opens up new opportunities for us that we've never had before.
I agree.
We've always just had one French act.
Yes.
Imitations and
That's
whatnot.
true.
And now we have two. But Noe, do you want to tell them about Mellow?
Oh yes, definitely. Good thing that you mentioned that, because as you know, right now we're doing the digital edition of Fete De La Musique. We, of course, as you know, Fete De La Musique is here in the Philippines, it's technically a music festival now. But the idea, the Ministry of Culture of France, when they created Fete De La Musique, they thought of it as a worldwide, initiative that could be applied to different countries. Of course, when here in the Philippines, technically it's a French tradition, but we made it Filipino in terms of festival. So that, I think, is also the formula that's being done in different countries. And now that we are doing it all online, it's good to share now that there's this what do you call this? A community of different shows, not just in the Philippines, but in different countries. And in France right now, there's this app we call Mellow, wherein you can definitely see all the shows that will happen on June 21, not just in the Philippines. So let's say after watching our show, or before watching our show on June 21, definitely you can catch different performances from different countries of different musicians, not just French musicians, but local musicians also from different countries. So that's what really makes it exciting, because we can see that hindi lang tayo, not just the Philippines, but let's say even in other countries wherein they can also promote their local music and also their local culture. And that can be seen in one hour. It's all organized, it's like a one whole directory of different shows that you can catch. So definitely we will have what they call this, promotions for that. We'll give you more information where you can see all these shows. But yes, definitely thank you, Giselle, for reminding.
Yeah, sorry. The French Embassy just said that there are over 50 countries all over the world pushing through with Fete De La Musique online. So that's amazing. This has been a dream of ours, Noe. Remember when we first had our Fete?
I know.
We wanted to somehow link to the other Fete De La Musique celebrations abroad, and obviously because of limitations we weren't able to. But hey, COVID makes us do things we never thought possible.
That's true. I know it's easier because for me it becomes like a digital world tour. Like people they don't need to go to, let's say, I'm from the Philippines. I want to watch a show in let's say in France. So I can just check Mellow app and then you can see other shows there. I want to watch a show, let's say in Hong Kong, in Singapore, exactly. So.
Yeah.
That's exciting time. So definitely something, or what?
I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what the 50 countries are, but the French Embassy just sent the link if you guys want to check that out. So that's
and
super
definitely,
cool.
and as you know, for the longest time, we've been in partnership with the French Embassy in producing Fete De La Musique PH here in the Philippines. So yeah. So
and I think it's what's super cool is that we get to as much as we celebrate it every year prior to 2020 all at the same time, the fact that we can connect in real time with other countries, I think that imagine all that positive energy all at the same time, and isn't that what the world needs right now, Noe? Don't you think?
A little bit of sunshiny positivism.
Exactly. So one of our guide questions is, how has the pandemic and lockdown affected Fete, and what are the challenges that we're facing?
All right. So challenges, Giselle?
Of course. Coming off of the high of the amazing 25th anniversary 2019 that we had in 2019. We met as early as August of last year. And we were, in talks about having an actual street party, and so we were really excited about that. But of course, by March, everything changed for the whole world, and we were questioning if we should even do it at all, right? At the time, and so that was the challenge. I think the uncertainty and also, even for us, this is the first time we're ever doing an online concert. I know there's been a lot of online concerts, but us personally, we haven't produced one. So we're so fortunate for the opportunity to do this with Alliance Française, with the French Embassy and Embassy of Qatar and National
Commission for Interculture and the Arts.
Yeah, so we dreamt big. At first, of course, we wanted to have like an online version of the multi-stage format, have it on different days. But, the reality is that the world economy is contracting, and we have to, that was a big challenge. Just the fact that we didn't have the kind of support, we weren't able to raise the kind of support that we wanted to pull off a grandiose celebration online. However, I think even with our humble and very different celebration compared to before, it's going to be no less meaningful and abundant with like inspiration.
I completely agree. Yes, that for us, I mean, that's one of the things that really push us, to have a semblance of of celebration, and definitely the fact that everyone's doing online and definitely I completely agree with the flow of the timeline that we had. We had really big dream, of course, like as organizers we have a lot of wish lists. We have something since we've created a really big following with stages. We also have like provinces who really became part of Fete De La Musique. So and then we were at that point already na why not continue, or why not to just sustain? And definitely what we have right now, we know it's not, you cannot compare it. Definitely that's not how we see it. It's not our digital edition is not something that compare the real live feeling, but the fact that we have these what do you call that, like we consider we were inspired to do things because we know that, for example, even for us, like the artists who are involved in here are the ones who are helping us even before, even also the technical people who have been with Fete De La Musique. We also thought of them that like we have to be with them. They have to feel that we are in one community. So those are the things that really made us work. Alam mo yun, parang what makes you wake up in the morning. Yes,
it drove us. And I think also the opportunity, I feel like also the opportunity, even with the challenge of the timeline, because we basically had about a week and a half. As much as we were trying to plan a grandiose celebration, it really wasn't possible. But, but the fact that we can also use this platform to help some of the most highly essential yet largely unrecognized and most direly affected members of the music ecosystem, which is the roadies, right? So that really also drove us. We at this point it's really about being able to help the people in our own backyard. So that's true. That really helped.
So, moving along, what's our next? Well, actually, we have a little guide so that we can actually touch base different topics while we are live streaming. So,
and maybe we can ask our viewers what kept you guys busy during the ECQ?
Yeah. I know. For us, like definitely, for me personally, definitely it was like I think what you mentioned is a time for me to reflect on certain things. Definitely, as a person, definitely. I mean, we are organizing event, but at the end of the day, we're also human beings. We just feel things. We get affected. We try to be as positive as possible, but at the end of the day, definitely there are a lot of things that we have to consider and we have to mind of. So for me, like I tried, like I mentioned, I tried to make it as a reflection. I tried to do things that I haven't had the luxury of doing when I was So basically for me, I tried to read a lot. Then I tried to check some webinars, to definitely webinars that
French? No, we did.
Well, yes, French? Definitely. Yes, of course. I mean, that's the reason why we're doing it. Definitely French. I mean, definitely. I've been checking, of course, French films. I've been watching a lot of films, in Netflix. So definitely, I try to rush up with my with my lack of time watching these shows and these films, because that really help you. Alam mo yun, na parang you want to be imaginative. You want to create this kind of feeling in yourself. Na these are the things that you can normally do before. Just watch a film, just go to a garden, or feed animals.
Now you can binge watch. Yeah.
Yes.
What was that? There was a beautiful French movie that I saw. The girl about the painter, the painter, the girl on fire, woman on fire. Did you see that?
Yes. I think I don't know. I'm familiar with that. Yeah. But definitely, yes. Those are the things that really keep us sane. And definitely with what you mentioned, the French classes, definitely with the online classes, that should be something that you can actually continue to have, definitely. So we know that most people now they try to find ways to improve their skills. So I think that's one way also, that is to learn a new language, or to know how to create online events, which is in our case, it became also a learning experience, because this is the first time we've been doing this. So definitely each step is something new for us. That there's no, what do you call that? There's no guide. There's no guidebook for us. Or something, an instructional manual, to create an online festival, definitely. So everything is something new to learn, and here we are. Sunday. So just I think baka people want to know what we're offering them this Sunday. Maybe we can give them a little bit of information, which are technically these are all being promoted already. We have our Fete De La Musique PH Facebook page. We have our Alliance Française Manille Facebook page, and we have B-Side Productions Facebook page, wherein you can check all the details of what we're having for Sunday. But definitely, since we're talking right now, might as well share it with you.
Yeah, we're so excited to have Brass Pass Pass. And
Pass.
also pass. And then of course we have we'll be joined by Roadies, our beneficiaries, Roadie Superstars and Roadies Club PH. We'll also be joined a little bit by LEAP, the League of Events and Activations Agencies of the Philippines, so which we are a proud member of. You know, that's as Noe was saying, like, we don't have a guidebook, but what we can do is band together and help figure this thing out. And share best practices and whatnot. So we're doing Fete on Sunday in support of and with the support of LEAP. So we're very grateful for that. And then of course after Brass Pass, we also have no sax, no clar.
Yes, that's true. Well, no sax, no clar for the benefit of our audience. With hi to O_GM and hi to Joyen Lucas as well. So for the benefit of the people, well, actually, just to mention, we have 2 French acts who are participating on our live stream show. So first, like, just we have no sax, no clar. So they are duo, 2 jazz musicians. Exactly, and they are doing they're giving us a live stream performance straight from France. On June 21, so that should be exciting. And the second act is actually maybe a familiar face for Filipinos, because he actually performed here already in the Philippines way back in 2018. So his name is Charles Baptiste, but of course, we French say it's Charles Baptiste. So he's Charles Baptiste. So he's a French pop singer and a DJ. So we all again invited him to perform for Fete De La Musique on June 21. Yeah. And actually, that's him. If you see, I don't know if it's clear, but yeah. So he was here in 2018, and hopefully you'll still be familiar with him, and definitely will be giving us some of his sound, some music from his new album. So that should be also something that we should look forward. And of course, we have other Filipino acts.
Yes, we have
aside from
Rada.
Rada.
Soul and R&B diva, who happens to also be a student of Alliance
Française. So yeah, we're very happy to. Definitely, we are students here at the Alliance. Of course, we have artists, we have musicians, we also have normal people. But of course, I mean, we have a diverse set of students here. We're very, very happy that that our students are being involved not just with learning French, but also showcasing their talent. So Rada is really something that it's really dear to our hearts, and we're very happy to have her again for our Fete De La Musique.
Yes, she was part of our very first all-female Filipino freshman at the Intramuros stage last year, together with Vanessa Mano. And of course, our host this year, nurse rapper Fatima Palmalu, who's also a student of the Alliance.
That's true. But Fatima, she's known as the nurse rapper. So at least maybe during her her stint as our host on June 21, you'll learn more about her experiences as a musician, as a nurse, and also someone who, and as a student of Alliance Française. So yeah.
No, what's and then we have is that she's like the center of the Venn diagram of like Filipino, French, raps in English also, and in the medical community, which is like really I guess some of the most active people right now, obviously the frontliners. So we're so grateful to have her and hear her rap in 3 languages, hopefully.
Yes.
We'll see that. And then, we have
we're the last
the illustrious folk and world music legend, Ma'am Cynthia Alexander. So
yes, we're very happy for.
Yeah, she was always.
That she said yes to us.
I know. I was like, I couldn't believe it. She's been based in the U.S. for quite some time. I'm not sure if it's somewhere between 5 to 10 years. But that's another opportunity that I think has been great. The silver lining in all of this is that we're able to have performers who are no longer based in the Philippines, and she her music especially, I think, is really for those who know her, is really like a salve to the soul, you know. So especially in this time, I know that it would be even more deeply appreciated. So yeah, we'll have Manille.
Yeah.
And
for our final act,
we have the Itchy Worms. The Itchy Worms always, they're like, for those who don't know, they're also like a pop rock legend with like vocal harmonies, and their songs are always super duper good vibes, and they're amazing. They've also been such a huge part of the growth of Fete De La Musique in the Philippines. So we're so happy to have them.
Yes.
Yeah. The last time
I
saw Cynthia Alexander perform
was Fete 2013.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why parang it's more like we still want to preserve the tradition, you know, that we have the artists. The artists who perform for us, you know, and who really celebrated Fete De La Musique are still part of it, even like they're far away. At least right now, since we're online, you know, we can do something for them. Yeah.
Exactly.
So definitely that's our show. That's what we are offering for June 21. Definitely, right now that's why we want to share this. We're still busy, you know.
Yeah.
Still 2 days before June 21, but we're still doing a lot of promotion. I know definitely we're trying to make sure that our program is seamless. So definitely, I think Giselle, after this live stream, definitely we'll go back to our work.
Go back to trying to write a little bit of a script, some
definitely.
Skills.
Yeah. Even for us, definitely we're actually definitely we're in contact now with our artists, you know, to make sure that they're ready and then they're pumped up, you know, to perform on June 21 for all of you.
That's right. Should we ask them which artists they'd like to see next year?
Next year,
right? Or what stages? What stages would you guys wanna have next year? I mean, we've had everything from
please.
Rock, pop, jazz, ska, blues, soul, funk, electronica, bedroom beats, reggae, world.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah. Like all genres possible, you know, that could be used have been, you know, part of the celebration. But definitely, and even like for us, like in the recent years, we have, you know, performances from our local art, not just in the Philippines, and not just in Manila, but also in the provinces. That's what we also are happy that even, you know, for our live concerts, and then we get to involve them as well. Like for last week, we have performances in Baguio, in Batangas, in Cavite, in Laguna. And that's the thing that we really cherish the most, that, you know, that we have support from all these musicians, not just here in Manila.
Yeah, and communities, and I think also just like, you know, we've had, not, you know, as much as it's a music festival, I love that it's grown also to, you know, even other stuff. Like we had like a stage, I forget what it was, the stage at Gallery in the Gutter, where they had tarot reading. They had tarot reading and sound healing, you know.
So we have like multidisciplinary. It's not just music that we promote, we showcase during the shows. So of course we want to touch base. Yes, that's true.
So having live art during the performances, having different dancers. We were so blessed to have Dollar Dance Company at last year's our 25 minute Fete production number that celebrated the 25 years of Fete in the Philippines. Wilderness featuring members of Pinikpikan for next year. That's Dwayne Lucas Pascua, Complete Stranger, that's his name.
I'm just going to say bye-bye to my director. But yes, definitely, and then even for us too, like if you know any French acts, you know, definitely we would love to get your feedback, because for Alliance Française, we want to really, you know, bring the best, highlight the best of France here, and hopefully resources, finding the resources and every, definitely we will be happy, you know, to bring your wildest wish list, you know. So if there's any like French artists, like musicians, art, like painter, sculptor, or any cultural expert, dancer, definitely, or actresses, kung kaya ng budget, why not, diba? Let us know, definitely.
Jean-Pierre, sing. The director of Française saying,
yeah, you see, we try to be hardworking and practice social distancing at the same time.
Exactly. He's so far away from me. Au revoir. Bye-bye. Take care. There. Daft Punk. Wow.
Daft Punk, of course. That's okay. Thank you to our future sponsors for
Thank you to our future sponsors in advance for all. Yeah, exactly.
Stromae, of course, please. Yeah, here's the thing also, like, for Alliance, you know,
Mars today says Stromae.
You know, it's Stromae, right? Okay,
Stromae.
it's Stromae. Yeah, Stromae. You know, here's the thing, he's not French, but he's Belgian. But here's the thing, here at the Alliance Française, it's not only French culture that we... Yeah, he speaks French, but it's not only France culture in France that we promote. We also promote the different cultures of different French-speaking and Francophonie countries like Belgium, Switzerland, countries in Africa, in Southeast Asia actually. So definitely, it's not just us France. You know, we are also part of a bigger French-speaking and French culture community in the world. So it's like saying like say Spanish-speaking countries, they have their own group. French people, we have our own community as well. And from time to time, every year we also have. Actually, here's the thing, hopefully next year we can actually invite, you know, different also performers, not just in France, but in different French-speaking countries. So this is also like a wish list for us that we can realize. Yes.
Yeah.
So, for me, definitely, that's why we're here. Definitely, we want also to use this opportunity, definitely, to plug our show.
Yeah.
It will happen on June 21. So definitely, it will be live on Facebook.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you have Facebook, then definitely you can watch the show. It's only free. And we are actually available to watch. And actually, we have 3 pages simultaneously live streaming the show. So we have our own Fete De La Musique PH Facebook. So we can check that out. Or you can follow us, please. And we also have the Alliance Française Dumani Facebook page. Definitely, we have our promotions. You don't have to write it down. Definitely, we will send all the details to you. And we also have, of course, Giselle's production company, Beside Productions Facebook page as part of the platform where we can watch the live concerts on June 21.
Mars today says one can wish, right? Libre mangarap. Right?
Libre talaga.
Yes. So we can definitely wish. Yeah, mine's that. You know what else? Mine would be Science Super Crew. That would be, and Focus. I would love to see.
Definitely. Well, as you know, Phoenix performed here in the Philippines already twice. So, but not for Fete De La Musique. So why not?
That's okay. Yeah. So, Noe, guys, keep on coming. Just let us know what other French acts or acts from French-speaking countries you'd want to see, or even what bands from the Philippines, or musical acts, or whatever kind of artists, whatever kind of stages, new stages you want to see. Because I think definitely it's grown from just music. So all sorts of art and culture. So, Noe, do you want to tell us about...
Okay.
No, if you have something, I was just gonna go to our guide.
Well, for me, we're just checking our guide too to check what if we can say more about. But definitely, we're open now for your suggestions, for your comments. Definitely, maybe siguro after the show, I will try to, of course, use this as a platform also to plug our different services here. So I'll do that after. But at least if we want to entertain more questions, but definitely just like for us, like what's happening next, or how do we?
I just realized.
Please go.
We're taking over Art Plus magazine. Why don't I show them the space? So this is the space here on the ground.
Yes, thank you.
And you can have if you're an artist, you can have your exhibit here. Do you want to talk? No, do you want to talk about which artists on?
Yeah, definitely. Of course, Alliance as part of our culture. Okay, but as part of our cultural programming, we also offer our venue because we have our own building here in Makati, wherein we host exhibitions. We have our gallery that we're right now, where you can see Giselle is roaming around. We also have our multipurpose hall. We also have our film screening venue for film screening. But of course, right now we know that we are not yet allowed to open our doors. But definitely we still hope that definitely in the next coming month or we'll be able to welcome you again here at the Alliance with new protocols, adapting to the new normal. Definitely.
Yes, sure.
So stay tuned for that. Definitely. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So since you are actually promoting, definitely I would definitely focus now, because right when we think about what's next for Alliance and what's keeping us busy at the moment is our online classes. So what happened, Giselle? Are you okay? What happened? But no, I was telling them again about our online classes, because that is something really that that we want our students to know, like now that we are still alive and kicking, and we try to offer pa rin the same service and the same standard of quality education, for French language. So
sorry,
thing,
Mars,
definitely.
our tour was cut short because there's no internet na after the stairs.
Yeah, yun nga.
Sorry.
So don't roll around so much.
Space. Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't know. We don't have classrooms there on the first floor, but definitely we have our classrooms on our the next 3 floors of Alliance Française. So definitely no need for a classroom at the moment. So for people who want to learn French, we have your houses, your home, the comfort of your home. You have your laptop, your iPads, your phone, where you can learn French. So definitely, we are starting our classes on June 29. So that is something that is so soon. So for you to be able to access our online class, we have to log into our website, which is www.alliance.ph. So for the benefit of everyone, I just prepared a little something. So so that's our website. You can check the classes that are being offered, and it's baliktad. Okay, there.
Buti na lang.
Sorry naman. So Alliance.ph, you can check our classes there. And if you enroll before June 21, guys, please, we have a special early bird rate for you. Yeah, and then we know ikaw, Giselle, please, can you enroll online? So at least next television will be the one singing in French. That's the idea next year. We'll be the one singing in French.
I do sing in French. It just sounds like Chinese. Because I'm not schooled by AFM. But Cam Conda just said missing the restaurant. I was just about to say that, guys. This Le Coude Rouge. Wait, let me see if I can show you the logo. Le Coude Rouge serves some amazing French food. It's like a little cafe for the students here, and yes, they have great pastries and food. I'll just say food.
Yes.
But yeah,
that's true. And then we know naman that like now that you're showing everyone. Mm-hmm, you're showing everyone else. Maybe there's a first time seeing Alliance, and of course, if you feel you're not comfortable learning French online, definitely we can offer you some tutorials, some guide, and we are actually doing a free tutorial lessons. No, sorry. No, not free. I mean sorry. It's not. Not technically. It's not free. I mean, it's being offered. It's being offered in a really adjustable and convenient price. So we have tutorials that's happening on June 24. It will be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and people can buy their tickets to check what type of class they are expecting here at the Alliance Française, and definitely they can see it on our website, which is www.alliance.ph. So so definitely but here's the thing. I mean, even the class of free, definitely here at the Alliance we offer events, services that are free, and definitely you should check our website and our Facebook page for these types of events in the future.
Maybe the Cynic Club also can be online, Noe, right?
Yes, actually, yes. There is a what do you call this? A platform now wherein our French films are being viewed for free here in the Philippines. So I think that is another promotion that we are having, and people will know it eventually. Or actually, it's currently being shown now, but definitely you'll see it if you check our Facebook page and our website. You'll know about our offerings for French films.
Hey, you
So
know
yeah,
what else?
so
What I forgot behind
yes.
the show, we wore this today. Our Fete De La Musique.
Yes. If we can show naman para medyo we efforted. So, of course, since we have our events, you know, from 20, I don't know when we started, but since the beginning, when we had extra resources, you know, for promotion, definitely we thought that maybe we could create some souvenirs, you know, for people who enjoyed our like performances. So we have this shirt for Fete De La Musique that we commissioned. Yeah. So yeah, definitely each iba yung design niya. So para it could be like a collectible of some sort for those who were really with us ever since. And yeah,
we partnered
yes,
with
we partnered with them. Yeah, for some of the shirts, and definitely we partnered with other suppliers for our other editions. So yeah, it's nice.
Cool.
So for me, here's the thing. Since what time is it? It's okay. It's 15 minutes for our. So definitely we can wrap this thing up.
Our guide questions.
Yeah, I think the last part of our guide questions, like if we want to leave something, you know, to the audience, if you want to say something to them, you know.
I really want to ask, like the what is the role of art and culture in times of crisis, guys?
Yes.
I mean, we'd love to hear what you guys think. What is the role of art and culture in times of crisis? For me, I think that it's really been a salve to the soul. So many people are you know suffering in so many different ways, you know, emotionally, mentally, psychologically. But at the same time, you know, we're like a wise woman once told me, we are in the same storm but in different boats. And when we connect, it's like seeing the lights in each other's boats lighting up. And so the more we do that, you know, the more positive energy we put out there, the comforting, how it becomes all the more comforting to know that we're not alone. And what better way to also do that than through music? You know, it's really, aside from the pandemic, we're facing so much division on so many levels. But music is one thing that can bring people together, regardless of beliefs, political, religious, whatever. You know, it's really something that has become a tool for unity consciousness. And so, you know, that's one of the reasons that we keep doing this, even if you know, it's difficult every year. But you know, we keep going because we know how healing it also can be. You know, I think that's one thing that Fatima, nurse rapper, has brought to the table. When we started working with her back in 2018, I think it was when she brought the idea of, like, you know, she as a nurse would go to the ICU and sing or rap for her patients who were literally on their deathbeds, and it would help them along their journey. And that, you know, she was like, she had this insight that, you know, music isn't just for partying. It's not just you know, to have a good time. It's not just for entertainment. And so that power of how it can really change lives, I think, has been really what's driven us to keep doing this and find new ways to make music accessible and relevant. So especially in these times, that unity and
that's
and
true.
yeah.
I know, like for me, at the end of the day, for me, like I feel like we're really one community. That's how I feel right now. You know, that even we are in the comforts of our houses, you know, doing not really the same productivity that we have, you know, in the past months or years. But at the end of the day, we know we share the same experience and we share the same sentiment. And even like for us here, like organizing events, you know, we are being supported. At the end of the day, you know, even if we fail or we feel like we're in an uncertainty, at the end there are people who will help us. And there are still people, and there are still ways to find connections and yeah, like here for Fete De La Musique, definitely it's not something like, for me, like before, like when I think about it, it's just very locally centric na ito lang what we have in the Philippines. But now, since of course it's not just us who has this kind of experience, even all the countries worldwide are experiencing it, and still they are producing Fete De La Musique or events that are catered to showcasing music or other art forms. So that for me is really inspiring, that we find ways, and at the end of the day we try to be positive, and we look forward, we move forward.
For sure. And I think that is really, I think that there's a lot of art and music that's gonna come out of this. I think it was Ma'am Cynthia, who once said that the most thoughtful art comes from times of crisis, and and what are we in now? Then the biggest crisis we've faced, not just as Filipinos but as a human race, right? And so I'm I feel that the question is how would you like to remember these times? It's yes, it's painful, but it's also moving us. It's also preparing us for the moment to come, and it's it's making us stronger, even if sometimes it's really difficult. But knowing that we can thank God for the internet and for all these ways to connect, that we can find support in each other in different ways: art, culture, music, language, right?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, music is a universal language. So definitely we know we're still doing something good and something, relevant, That's for me. Well, yes, please, if you have other things to say or to say hi. Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Tell us about your childhood. I think you have a colleague who might want to say hi over there, Noe, before we go. We have about 9 minutes.
Well, that colleague of mine you might see her soon, so definitely we'll give her own time to be seen. But definitely here's the thing. Definitely here at the Alliance, we're still trying our best, to offer what we have, and definitely without our students, it won't be the same. Definitely, it's quite, like we said, sometimes we would go to the office, it's quite lonely. You miss the feeling of, like you have your student, because of course, some of the students who are really studying here for a long time, they become your friends, diba? So it's like that. That's the feeling that you don't see them anymore, and you feel that there's something missing in the whole vibe here inside our office. But
well, we'll get through this together.
I know, and
sorry.
Yeah, baby steps lang naman po. It's just really baby steps, and and hopefully we get to see you all in June 21. So that we know that
miss
we are.
You too, Raven. Raven.
Hi, Raven.
Yeah, Raven was our intern, and now she's part of the Productions family. And Dwayne also wants to say hi. Dwayne was the director of our 25th, our mini documentary. You wanna say hi to everybody? What did you do? What documentary did you do?
The 25 years of Fete last year.
Yeah, so that was awesome.
Oh yeah,
I believe it's on our social media and our Fete page if you guys want to check that out. It's just a 10-minute mini documentary about how the history of Fete, starting in France and then how it's grown here in the Philippines. So that's
That's true.
something cool we might want to check out. And what else?
Well, for me, I mean, we have everything. Well, technically,
Marlette,
we haven't covered everything. I told everyone after this live, we will go back to work. We'll push ourselves to offer you the best that we can offer on Sunday, and we're just hoping that you will enjoy it. And definitely that's like something that we really cherish. So it's like really our baby. Fete De La Musique.
Exactly. Marlette, our director for last year's the main show at the Makati main stage was directed by Marlette. And I actually met Marlette.
Hi, Direk. How are you?
Yeah, back in 2005 when my first job out of college, she was the stage manager for the rock stage. So it's really brought us together so much. And now
because I thought you just went out of college 2 years ago. 2005.
No,
that's not real song.
It's just the height, Noe. It's just the height. Yeah.
It's on the face.
Yes. So awesome to have Raven and Marlette from our B-side prod family, and from our not just skeletal Fet team, but our bone marrow Fet team that we've had to pull this off in a few days. And so yeah, we'll definitely have to go back to preparing in a few
Yes.
minutes. But I don't know, any do you have any questions for our 16 viewers? No,
17 now. So, well, for me, I think we mentioned everything for me, like what I could share right now live about Fete De La Musique and about what we're going to prepare and what we'll be going to see on Sunday. More door stage.
Yeah.
So yeah. So for me, everything is definitely on our social platforms. Yeah,
Again,
definitely
I'll
I'm
just
good.
give a quick.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Maybe give everyone a quick recap na lang of what to expect and when what time do we start live, and
Yeah.
from there
So
we can end it. Mm-hmm.
So again, guys, we're really looking forward to seeing you all on Sunday. We're starting at 6:15. Totoong 6:15, not Pinoy 6:15. 6:50, not Filipino time. 6:15 to 10 o'clock. We'll be having Brass Pass Pass. And then after that, we'll have No Sax No Clar coming straight from France via live stream. And then Charles Shaubati.
Perfect, yes.
And then we have Miss Rada, of course. Nurse rapper Fatima Palmalu. And then we have Madame Cynthia Alexander. And the Itchy Worms to close the show. So we're super duper looking forward to that. It's going to be, again, it's going to be different. But you know what? Different also means growth for everyone, and it's still gonna be amazing. I think the fact that we're doing it at all, right? Like
yes, that's true. And that's the thing. Aside from that, aside from our Fete, like I mentioned, we have the Mellow app, MELO,
Yes.
where you can also view the different Fete De La Musique celebrations worldwide. And just to close for me, maybe at least I just want to, of course, thank again Art Plus for inviting us to take over.
Thank you, Cheska.
And we hope that, let's say for me, as I work for Alliance Française, that it will not be the last. Definitely, we hope that we will still be able to give more information about what we offer here at the Alliance Française de Manille, aside from cultural event, definitely. And hopefully, at the time that we schedule something, it should be more focused on the language, the classes. Maybe we can give you some tutorial as we don't know. But definitely, we have our website again, www.alliance.ph, for all our services, our classes, and for all other questions that you have, so that we can address you properly. So, that's it for me. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you also to the French Embassy for giving us the opportunity to be. It's been, for B-Side Productions, this actually marks the 10th year of our partnership. So it's been first decade, first century for Alliance. Française,
yeah.
Remember?
With B-Side, with B-Side production, yes, it's true.
It's
and then of course we are also thankful for for all other sponsors, right? Like we have the support of the Embassy of Qatar, because Embassy of Qatar is a Francophone country, is member of the French culture community in the world, so there are support. And of course the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, who has been one of the really the most important supporters of Fete De La Musique, because the fact that we are promoting Filipino artists, they're there to help us, have this type of collaboration for the government, to make sure that we are in line with the support of the Philippines.
Oh no.
So yep.
Oh no.
That's it for me. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you.
Have a minute.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good now. Thank you.
Thank you, Art Stock PH, Boy Boho, Cheska Lasaka, everybody who joined us. This has been awesome. Popping my first. What did I say? I'm popping my IG takeover cherry. I'm very new to social media. COVID made me do it. But this has been great. I loved it.
Thank
and
you, Fab.
I'm so excited to see you guys on Sunday. Thank you so much.
Okay, Giselle, we have only 1 minute. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, Art Plus. See you again soon.
Au revoir.
Check our website, please. Au revoir.
Bye, Raven. Bye. Aldrin, our project manager this year. Yes, Aldrin, Marlette, Raven. Mwah. Bisous.
Bisous, bisous. Au revoir.
Bisous, bisous. Au revoir.